I'm working on now is the blower for the Calliope. I'm using a 24 volt scooter motor. This turns at 2750 RPM and is rated 14 amps. This is a 24 volt 20 amp power supply. It's a variable power supply. This doesn't take a whole lot to keep it running, but it does peg the ammeter when it first starts up. I drew this up on Fusion 360 and printed it on my 3D printer. It covers the end of this power supply so nobody can accidentally touch any of the connections or anything. I have the same type of plug here that's on the back of a computer, also the same thing that's on the back of the Calliope. And there's a digital readout to tell you exactly what the voltage is. And I opened this up a little bit to keep the vents open. This fits on this power supply very snug. This will be on Thingiverse if anybody has a use for it. Some of these power supplies are the same size case. You just have to check and see if it would fit one that you had. Machine an adapter on my small lathe. This compressor disc came out of a full-size Oregon air supply that was run by a very large DC motor, and there were like 8 of these in a series. We think one of these will be sufficient for the Calliope. This goes on there. Keeps any fingers or anything from getting tangled up in there. And then my connection from here to the Calliope is a shop vac hose. The way this works, this is turning at 2750 RPM or less. The variable output power supply allows me to control the motor speed, which allows me to adjust the pressure going to the Calliope. But at 24 volts, this is turning 2750 RPM. Air is drawn in through here, through this grate, and centrifugal force compresses the air and slings it out to the discharge, which is the hose leading to the Calliope. I'm hoping that one disc will supply enough air for the Calliope. The Calliope was originally supposed to run off of 2 old hair dryers, and it's our feeling that we'll supply more air than 2 old hair dryers. We'll find out. I have a power cord which has a male-female connector on it. This one plugs in here. I have main voltage coming in. When I turn on the Calliope, it feeds voltage out of here, and then this plugs into the blower. The blower is just sitting on the floor behind the table saw where the Calliope is. When I turn this on, you'll notice it's fairly loud. And I have the voltage adjusted to 19.5 volts, which gives me 2 inches of water pressure. I laid 3 shipping blankets on top of the blower, and that muffles the sound quite a bit. Not completely. It muffles the whine of the turbine. When the Calliope is playing, you don't notice it much.